Greetings and welcome back. My name is Angel Speaks, your intuitive reader and healer, clarifying life situations of the divine feminine, offering wisdom and guidance to lead you back to the seat on your throne. Welcome to Feminine Wisdom Tarot. Hello everybody and welcome back. I hope that your day has been going well so far. Today, the channeled song is Can't Raise a Man by K. Michelle. And what I'm hearing is basically you're tired of dealing with little boys trapped in grown men's bodies. And that sounds wild, but it's true. You're tired of dating immature men that can't step up to the plate. They can't get the job done. They can't seem to get it right. You're tired of saying the same thing over and over, and you realize that you really just can't raise a man. Like, you just can't. Or maybe you haven't realized that, and that's a realization you may need to come to, that we literally can't do that. And seeing life from a different lens, because I don't want to talk too much before I actually get into the reading, but that is the gist. You're tired of dating basically little boys, okay, that are adult size. Okay, so the first card I have here is Judication in reverse when it comes to this relationship. In the upright, you see two people. So there's no justice being called on this situation. In this courtship here, that's in the reverse as well. This courtship is in the reverse, or this theme about courtship is in the reverse, and you just ready to put it in the coffin, like I said. That's just getting the energy of it, and you're ready to close out this cycle, or you need to close out this cycle of this relationship. That energy is just in the reverse and basically not meeting your standards, okay? But you have been strong in the situation. You have used your strength to carry out the relationship. Maybe it's love, maybe it's understanding, peace. I'm not sure of what it is right now, but it seemed like you use your strength and you use your power, but it's been towards something that has lowered your frequency and something that doesn't inspire you, that's not giving you respect or admiration, okay? Or not for your highest self, leading you to lead into your confidence here. I have that you're looking for compassionate understanding and love from someone else. You must find it in yourself first. So that's right up under the courtship in reverse. So I know that naturally we have been taught that we're supposed to get our love, compassion, understanding, trust, and all that. But living in that type of fairy tale mindset leads us to think that we can get those things from them. And really, a lot of love and a lot of understanding and trust and all those things is going to come from yourself. And that's what leads us to disappointment, because we look for it from them and we're never going to get it. I mean, we may get lucky. Somebody might do it, but for the most part, we're going to be disappointed. Okay. Next, I have compassion. Compassion is caring for yourself, valuing yourself and your time. Take charge of yourself. So maybe you're looking for them to see the value in you, or value your time. Maybe they wasting your time. Maybe it's a long-term relationship, or text messages, calling, or you feel like you wasted your time with this relationship here that's in the reverse. And that's why you just like, I'm over it. I'm done wasting my time. I'm done wasting my energy, because you can't give me what I deserve. You can't give me what I need. Okay. Having this expectation that you can get what you need from a partner is something, a realization that we all have to come to, is that it's always going to lead to disappointment. It's always going to lead to heartbreak. And I found out I can really depend on me, myself, and not Beyonce. I depend on me. All my ladies that's independent, throw your hands up at me. Okay, that's the realization we need to come to. Allow them to be, and accept who they are. Do not tolerate. There's a difference. So allowing somebody to be who they are, meaning I'm accepting that you, whatever energy is, we're gonna find out, because I'm gonna pull this one right here and sit it here so I can remember. Allow them to be, accept who they are, but do not tolerating their behavior. There's a difference. So when you tolerate their behavior, you're not bringing any justice to the situation of this courtship. Tolerating their behavior, using your strength and your power to stay there, maybe having compassionate understanding and value to things that they're not giving to you. And you say, you know what, I'm tired of being compassionate. I'm tired of valuing you. I'm tired of putting so much hope and strength and love into something that's not doing the same for me. They're never going to do it. That's the thing. That's why we end up disappointed. And that's why we say that it's over. And you think that there are no good, mature men here. And this reading is telling you you need to have an ending to that idea, because there are. Okay. There are. Let's unravel it. Let's get into it. Okay. So these people that are courtship in reverse, allow them to be who they are. Accept who they are, but don't keep them around in your energy. Yesterday we talked about the hermit sealing your energy, closing off your energy to these people, closing off your energy literally as if you're gone, closing off your energy to these people. There's a difference between tolerating their behavior. Okay. Next we have integration is wisdom, is complete within lessons and embodied fully. Integrate experiences into your soul's evolution. So these experiences that you are having, integrate them in, journal them out, think it through. Every time I wanted, thought I could love somebody or thought that they could love me, they're never doing that. It keeps turning up in reverse. Every time I think I could just put all my trust in my mate, it keeps being in reverse. Every time I think I can have all my compassion and that they're going to understand me, they're going to understand me on a soul level, they're going to do things that make me happy, they're going to make me happy, all of that is in reverse. Okay, we're integrating that into our new mindset. Our new evolution is knowing that I can pour it all. That's what the world card is all about. Look at her. She's by herself. I could give myself everything that I need. I don't have to depend on nobody. All my ladies that's independent, throw your hands up at me. Independent. We're talking about independence, being independent. Independence meaning that I depend on me. I'm not depending on you for love. I'm not depending on you for making me feel good, boosting my self-esteem. Every time we depend on a male or a mate to make us feel good, even if it's friends, situation, whatever, we're always going to be disappointed because they're never going to fulfill us in the way that we can fulfill ourselves. Okay. All we have is right now. What will you do? What are you willing to do to be free from this mindset of thinking that you can only depend on them? Now, when you integrate this energy and you have this rule of feminine command, sacred command, your words shape your reality. So your words being, I depend on me. I'm not dependent on nobody to make me feel good, to love me, to pour into me. I pour into myself. I love myself. I give myself so much love that whether you do it or not, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't give me low self-esteem. It doesn't make me feel sad. You don't control my emotions. I control my emotions. Being fully independent means emotional control. That means that I can stand on my own 2 feet. That means that I can care less about what you think about me. That means I'm totally independent. Therefore, you can't fully hurt me or cause any pain to me because I'm not attracting that in my life or lowering my standard here. So that's your sacred command. My word, I control myself. I love myself. Anybody that comes into my life is the cherry on top. Stop making these people the sundae of your life. You are the sundae and they're your cherry on top if you want cherries. You may or may not want cherries. That's how we need to start living life here and have an ending to that. Everybody that we get in a relationship with us is going to make us happy and give us all those things we need to be fulfilled here. Okay. Freedom. Freedom, liberation from limiting beliefs is essential for evolution, for our growth. Release all beliefs that hold you back. So it is a limiting belief, believing that a male could come in or a partner or a friend, whatever type of relationship this is, will come in and give you and be everything that you need. Will come in and make you feel valued, make you feel loved. No, you are already the value. You are already enough. And you need to see that in yourself. And once you see that in yourself, that's when that mature male is going to come. That's when that mature mate is going to come. That's when those mature friends are going to come. That's when everything around you will change. But you got to have that sacred command. You got to believe it in yourself and have that. You have to have that realization. Hold yourself in high honor. That's what's here. When you hold yourself in high honor, the divine masculine harmony, the masculine rises to meet the feminine's truth. So when you hold yourself in high honor, that's when that mature man will come in. You can only attract what you are. So it's time to start holding yourself in a high honor. High honor, queen energy. That's when the lovers will come in and it says unexpected income And that is an unexpected mate. Shoot, he could come with some money. He could be a bouncer zaddy. But once you change your idea about yourself, that's when everything in the world is going to change around you. That's going to end that cycle in your life of having these immature men that make you believe that it doesn't exist and that you're just tired and over it. But really, the change needs to happen within you. Accept these people for who they are. None of your love and compassion is going to save them and make them change different. They already who they are. So you can't change a man. You wonder why he act like a boy, because he wasn't raised right before you. He was raised right, or either he did the growth and the self-development and the personal development. That's, yeah. So when you see yourself in high honor, and you only will attract those people because or you can also be in a relationship. Say for instance, you are in a relationship and you realize that things ain't changing. Once you change, he's going to change. You have to be the change. So that's the realization that came up too. The rule of divine masculine harmony. The masculine rises to meet the feminine's truth. So even in this relationship, when you stand in your truth in this relationship and you free yourself from the limited belief that you are not in high honor, that's when your relationship could possibly turn around as well. Not possibly, it can and it will. If he's a mature man, he will rise to the standard. He will rise to the plate if he's a mature man. Use your command of your words, and he will rise up to who you are. You don't have to sit around and if he really, really wants you and you hold yourself at high honor, he don't want nobody else to get you. Look, he's like, I want that back. He's going to rise up to who you are. That's how powerful. See, she carries the strength. Power is natural to me. I do not lower my frequency to anyone. I attract what uplifts and inspires. My presence commands respect, admiration. I draw what resonates with my highest self. I lead with confidence. And when I use my voice of command and I say that, there he comes. And he will rise to meet your standards. If this man is really real, if this man is really down for you, once you start holding yourself to a high standard, that's when he will rise to it. Now, if he's an immature man, he won't do that, and you'll know right here. Allow them to be, accept who they are, do not tolerate. There's a difference. Allow the immature man to be who he is, accept that that's who he is, but I'm not tolerating it, and that's the difference. So your relationship is upside down because and you need to have a dead to this energy, or it's coming to this dead stop, or you may be like, I'm done with relationships and period. Start walking into your power and see what happens to you. The world is going to change and that cycle will be complete. How can you see the interconnectedness of all things? Completion, integration, and wholeness, all on your own. There's nobody in that car with her. All on your own, in your own world, pouring into yourself, loving yourself, treating yourself like you're important, treating yourself like you're valuable, not accepting anything less, not tolerating anything less, sealing off of your energy, closing, going out, sealing out your energy for people that are in reverse to you, and only opening up your energy to these mature people that are coming into your life. Now, as far as this card right here, allow them to be, accept who they are, do not tolerate. There's a difference. What's been tolerated? I have some love decks here. I want to see what has been going on. What has been tolerated out here with these behaviors? Allow them to be, accept who they are, do not tolerate with this courtship in reverse. Who is it? What's going on? Allow them to be, accept who they are, do not tolerate it. Message me in reverse. Apology, meeting up, heart-to-heart conversations. People that are not emotionally involved. Obsession, attractions. People that are not showing love to you. People that are not like this courtship, not infatuated with you, not showing you that they really want to be anything, not showing you that they want the relationship to grow. Accept that and move on. Okay? We have fresh starts, second chances, good vibes, only back together. Yeah, that's only when they become this mature lover. It's a possibility. Safe love, trust, security, your home. When you start, look, the masculine rises to meet the feminine's truth. Okay. And some of them, they will give you the cold shoulder because they're like, oh no, especially if it's somebody that's not meant for you. Oh no, you've been living this way, you've been accepting me this way, so I'm gonna keep doing it. It'll be a little ego struggle, a little tug of war, okay? But these people right here, courtship in the verse, not showing infatuation, not showing attraction, not pouring into you, not having heart to heart conversations, not emotionally available, basically. Real love, real deal, true bond, unshakable, divine union. If it's not that, we accept it. Accept that that's who they are, and that's the difference. Here's the difference: the people that don't court you, that don't aren't having emotional conversations, they're not expressing themselves, they're not putting time into the relationship, they're not showing you that you're valuable. Know the difference. We're not going to tolerate that behavior. What I will tolerate is this mature person, which is showing good vibes only. The person that is willing to have that second chance and then rise to my energy, that person that is willing to do that, we give that person a second chance because they're willing to get back together. They're willing to rise to your energy. They're willing to have good vibes. They're willing to give you safe love. They are not going to have you on the cold shoulder, okay? They're the real deal. So these people over here are the cold shoulder: distance, ignoring, keeping busy. So if they are showing any of those signs, those are the ones we're going to accept who they are. We're not going to try to force it. We're not going to turn it into a relationship. We're not going to hope that they're going to be different. We're going to accept that that's exactly who they are. That's what we're going to do, and have a ending to that situation. We got to know the difference. Unemployed, broke, debt ridden, hard times, living beyond their means. Nope. There's a difference. There's a difference. There's a difference. We don't want that either. Okay. That's not a mature person. Don't be compassionate. Oh, everybody go through things. You or they may be dead on energy. Their wallet is empty from love. Their wallet is empty from messages. Their wallet is empty from expressing things to you. There's no promises. There's no hope, and there's no future. Does that look like a future to you? It don't. We know the difference. We're not going to have compassion. Soul searching, inner work, deeper meaning in your spiritual path, peaceful vibes, no more drama, calm minded, and soul alignment. That's what we're going for. Over here with this mature person, there's a difference. There's a difference. Hurting, crying, depressed, pain, sorrow, feeling rejected. There's a difference. Allow them to be who they are. Allow them to be. Do not tolerate that behavior. There's a difference. I'm going to rise myself up to where I attract somebody that's going to rise to my truth when I express myself, and they're going to rise as I heal myself and do the inner work, having peaceful vibes and not accepting this and living a calm and peaceful life. There's a difference. We know the difference. And what else here? Let's get into this messy truth deck. There is a difference. So we got the difference. Let me move some of these cards out of the way. Okay, holding yourself in a high honor. Yes, so you can get exactly what you want. Holding yourself in high honor when it comes to these lovers. Then you'll get a high value lover when you become a high value woman. When you see yourself as a high value woman, you will not accept these people that are hurting you, coming with empty promises to you, that are not being loving with you, that are cold shouldered to you, that are not pouring into you, that are not giving you heartfelt messages, that are not taking you on dates, that are not pouring into you with this courtship in reverse. We don't let that. Confused as hell, no clarity, no labels, emotional chaos. That's a no. That's a no. We're not doing that. So we're learning the difference here today. We're learning the difference between a boy and a grown man. Okay. What's the difference? Used, then discarded, thrown away, devalue, emotional trash in the reverse. That's not what we want. A mature man won't do that to us. He won't. We know the difference. In the reverse, he will see your value. He ain't got time to play no games. He gonna lock you down because he knows. He knows. No contact zone, enforced distance, silent games, still attached. All these still attached people that you think something's gonna change. No. No. We accept that they do things like this. We accept that they ghost. We accept that they giving us all these mixed signals, but we're not going to tolerate it. We're going to release that. We're going to put an ending to that. We know the difference. That's a little boy. This is a grown man. Toxic ties, addiction, karma, emotional chain. Toxic energy, that's not a grown man. We're going to put him with the little boy. Love, bonding, intense start, sudden withdrawal, confusion, all this confusion. We're going to put him with the little boys. He's not grown. He don't know what he wants. Let's go. He don't know what he wants. Keep moving. Put an ending to it. Fake apology in reverse. Manipulation, guilt, no real change, and gaslighted again. Somebody may be doing that to you. Oh, when you change your mind. Oh, when you let them know that you done for real, that's what they're going to come back and do. Give you a fake apology. Manipulative guilt. They ain't really changed. They're going to gaslight you to come back into that mess again. A little boy, but a grown man won't do that. Yeah, that's going to be in reverse when you start glowing up. Glow up, transformation, confidence, and inner radiance. Confidence was out earlier. Inner radiance, you ain't going to be taking no fake apologies. So listen, when they come back, listen. Oh, you're not in contact here. Okay. When you get out of contact with this person, they're going to come back. Because they're used to you being who you are. They're going to come back. And you are not going to take this fake apology. Because you know what you know now. You're going to start glowing up. Okay. All these used and discarded, emotional, devalued, and thrown away. No, you're not going towards that anymore. You're going towards pouring into yourself. And that's when you're going to attract that energy right there. They're going to come back. And you're not going to take that apology because you already know what you've been through. You already know the signs of a little boy. I know the signs. And I know you ain't changed. I know you ain't grew up. You ain't done no healing. Okay. Soul searching. You're not doing that. Peaceful vibes. You're not doing that. You just want me back because you want me to believe this is a real deal. I already know what you're doing. But I will tell you that if they come back together with a safe love, with their communication and expressing to you and real apologies, not fake ones, real apologies. If they come back with real apologies, not discarding you, starting to see your value, then you guys will get back together and have a second chance. But these people in this no contact zone, love bombing, toxic, confused, hurting, empty promises and all that. No, no, no. There is someone, some of y'all, that's a no. You know that's the little boy. This is the grown man over here. The grown man is going to try to put in that energy and come back and try to fix it. He ain't going to use no manipulation and all of that. What if regret, overanalyzing, imagining futures? What if? So even with this person, right, you have a what if with both of them where you may be wondering what if. I'm not sure what the what if might be. But this one right here, all of this mess, that's a little boy. So if you have somebody that is not maybe treating you the best right now with this male over here, he may have some of those attributes, but not these. The mature male over here, remember that, and the immature one is over there. Okay, you may be wondering what if about this toxic man, dreaming of you, nostalgia, fantasy, and wishful thinking. That's wishful thinking. That is the what if is wishful thinking about this little boy energy over here. It's time for you to glow up, and they're going to have to rise to your level. Whoever comes near you next, glow up and rise to you. So some of you guys may have a reconciliation, getting back together, and some of you guys, they'll just be left dreaming of you. That's just what it is. They'll just be left with memories and nostalgia and dreaming of you, wishing and hoping they can go back on the playground and play, and you'll forever be a fantasy in their head. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. They can go on somewhere with that mess. We don't want that. We're not wasting any more of our time. We're not wasting any more of our energy because you're just not you didn't grow up. Okay, you haven't reached maturity, and I can't hopefully wish that one day you will. Okay, sit here wasting my time wondering if you will when you keep giving me this confused energy. You keep love bombing. You keep it. He's not ready. He wasn't ready. He's not ready. He's not ready. Having compassion, saying, you may understand some things about these guys. Yeah. You need to have respect and admiration. What's for your highest self? What's for your highest confidence? Not somebody to have you in your head wandering all the darn time. They can't get it together. They're not a mature man. Mature men know exactly what they want. They know exactly what they want. The little boys, they don't know what they want, okay? They already have guidance in their life. They already got their stuff together. They know where they're going. They know where they're leading to. So they already know what they want. They're going to make that very clear. They know that you're the jackpot already. They're going to make a move on it. They're going to make a move on it, okay? These little boys, car drama. Look, they got bad karma over here. My goodness. They got a lot going over there on the playground. A lot going on the playground. Wasting time. Stuck, limited, wasting time. No changes. No changes. The little boy. Kissing in reverse. You're not coming back. We're not kissing that tail. We're not. In the reverse. We are not. We're not open to that. Shoot, they ain't kissing yours at that because you confused. We're not. You don't know what this is and what it's not. Over here, he gonna let you know what the deal is, okay? They got bad habits. Maybe lying. It may not even be drugs. It could be drugs. It could be alcohol. Bad habit is lying, telling stories, drug denial, repeating mistakes, can't break the loop. Nope. You're not ready. He wasn't ready. You don't have no inside scoops. He wasn't ready. You can't marry for money because they always got something going on. Okay? You never know if they digging dirt. Never know if they try. You just don't have any clarity. You may want to dig some dirt. You just don't have any clarity. You don't have any clarity. Impersonator in reverse. Okay? They're not even trying to show you anything. Okay? Fake smile, saying hi, two-faced energy. Watch who's smiling at you. They don't have any clarity over there. I'm gonna tell you one time. The fake smile, happiness hater. That's what he gonna end up doing. When you find them, that's what's gonna make them come running back. Happiness hater. They're gonna be hating because y'all got the jackpot. Gonna be hating. Moving in silence. You need to move in silence. But they're going to be moving in silence towards you. But you need to move in silence going forward. You don't need to be telling them nothing. I'm pouring more into myself. No, it's just a no. It's just no. It's just no. Move in silence about the situation. It's just no. Divination abuser. Maybe they may be, doing love spells or thinking about you doing other things. Just keep sending energy towards you with this divination abuse. Just keep sending energy towards you. Keep reminiscing about you. Keep thinking about you. Keep showing up where you at. Keep trying to do these things to make you think about them. And guess what? You're going to be unbothered. You're going to be unbothered because you know that the divine masculine, the real masculine male rises to your energy. So we are unbothered, okay, until we come over here because you really just trying to block this, sending all this energy towards me. Okay, when you know this situation is bankrupt, you know it ain't going nowhere. You just don't want me to go end up finding them, and you're not even moving on. You're not even moving on. You're not even following the lead and moving on. Copycat in reverse. You're not moving on. You're not busy winning anything at all while I'm moving on and I'm unbothered and moving on towards happiness, moving in silence. And I'm going to put You on silent. I'm not giving you no more energy and no more time. I'm going towards the jackpot, which is a man that's going to rise towards my energy and give me what I deserve. I'm not all this compassion and love and understanding. No longer, okay, you either be the king or watch the queen conquer. That's what Nikki said. Be the king or watch the queen conquer. Because I'm standing in my energy, okay? So rise up or back down, okay? Get up out my face. Up out my face, boy. Up out my face, boy. What's that song? What is that, Nicki Minaj and Mariah Carey? Up out my face. Photoshop, fake imperfection, artificial, unrealistic. Up out my face. Up out my face with that mess. Cause you're gonna, and they even could come in, like when they come in, try to give you a fake smile. See, that's two fake smiles. Two fake smiles. Real and fake. Commitment issues. Avoid to settle down. Avoiding intimacy. Fear of loss and freedom is too complicated. See, they're just so complicated over here. Those are the little boys. Those are the little boys. Commitment issues, complications, blah blah blah. You too busy doing all that. You're not busy being a mature male when you're acting like that, okay? Boundaries. Say no firmly. Protect your peace. Setting limits clearly. Enough is enough towards these F boys right here, towards these little boys right here, these immature lovers here. Look, with hidden agendas. Secret intentions, manipulation, disguised as kindness, hidden motivations, too helpful to trust. Something behind that gift box right there, like I said, the real versus the fake, fake smiles, Photoshop. Now, when they see you moving on, you better expect all of this energy right here. Some of them are going to come disguised as that they're trying to change, but you see that mirror right there. You see that. Some of them are going to come trying to be disguised when you make the decision that you want better. Some of them are going to be disguised. You have to move in silence and take notes and know the difference. Know the difference. Do not fall for any manipulation here. So it's going to take you to use your intuition, okay, on the inside scoop of this person. A lot of them have bad habits, and the way that you will know what to do, put up some boundaries and see what happens. Say no and see what happens. Protect your peace and see what happens. Set some limits and see what happens. That mask gonna crack. Oh, that mask is gonna crack. I just said the mask gonna crack. Behind the mask, hidden emotions, concealing truth, afraid to show reality. No one sees the real me. That mask is gonna fall once you put them boundaries up. Okay, and you won't be triggered. You won't be triggered. You won't. Okay. You will not be triggered. I see vampire energy in reverse. They're no longer going to be able to drain on your energy. Some of them still will try to drain on your energy because they want you back. But once again, you're going to be unbothered. You're unbothered, but they're not. Okay? We're not accepting this. Look, their self-care Sunday going to be in reverse, but yours going to be in the upright. You are minding your business. Okay? Unbothered and minding your business. They're going to be bothered and not taking care of themselves, rotting away, okay, without your energy. Prioritizing rest, recharge, emotionally pampering yourself, me time matters. That's what you're going to do until that masculine rises to you. Be worried about yourself and pouring into yourself and stay unbothered. That's what we're doing. Unbothered, okay? Deja vu, repeating patterns, familiar lessons, unresolved issues. We've been here before. And if you go back, that's what you're going to have. You got to know the difference. You have to know the difference between a boy and a man. This reading has turned around here. Can't raise a man. He already gone. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Let's get some more conflicted decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices. These people don't know what to do, or maybe you don't know what to do. Maybe you haven't made a decision yet. It's okay. You're gonna do it in time. We don't force things. You're gonna do it in time, and when you're tired, that's when you'll make the decision. Okay. Some of them may be conflicted. That's why they ain't made a decision on you. Silent, frozen, no words, and stonewall. That's what you need to give them. Look, silent move. Some of y'all just need to go silent without a response, without an explanation. Because they conflicted. They are so confused. The little boys in the grown man's body, and I'm going to just say, call it what it is, they're unhealed people. They're confused. They don't know what they want. Their life is in turmoil with bad karma because they're confused people. They're literally confused. Look at them. Do you really want that? Do you really want somebody confused that literally hides in a mask, that you can't tell the difference between real or fake? They have fake smiles, okay? Do you really want that? People that are conflicted, people that give you silence, people that have bad issues. No, we don't want that. We put up boundaries against that type of energy. We don't want that in our lives. See the mature man in his life getting together, safe love, real love, connectedness, okay? Unexpected income, unexpected knowledge, unexpected homes or whatever. It's a peaceful vibe. Okay. Both of you are growing together. That's the difference. Okay. That's what we want. That's what we deserve. Okay. Perspective, better off happiness in a clear headspace. Have a different perspective. You're better off happy with a clear headspace over there on that side, being unbothered and not triggered by that mess while you're moving in silence, and over here minding your business and taking care of yourself until some masculine wants to rise up to where you are and not with any of this mess. We don't want that. Nobody don't want that. Do she look like she care? I don't care. Boundaries up and don't give a damn. We don't care. Get so unbothered, like we don't care. Child, them taxes on me trying to get me back and all that. We don't care. I'm going towards the jackpot and they coming towards the jackpot, which is me. Pretending, mask, exaggeration. We're not doing that. Now you got some clarity on this situation. We're not doing that. We're not. This mask keep coming out, so somebody living a double life too. Ooh, double life. What are they doing? Distracted, changes, delays, sidetrack with that double life. Probably want some information on what you doing. They may not want to be trapped or tied down to something. And this may be shocking to them. Turmoil, trouble, unexpected. They're not going to expect, they're not going to see this coming. Especially when you're moving in silence. Because they couldn't get you trapped. Then they're going to be looking at what's wrong, what's going on. Past life and new beginnings together. You going to leave them in the past life because there was a karmic lesson. Okay, you leave them in the past life. They're gonna be in a new beginning over here with this mature man. They're gonna be left in that hopeless energy, and it won't be you. It will not be you. It will not be you, and you don't have to apologize. Okay, you don't have to apologize for this distance. Okay, they are in illusions, unbalanced and distorted. We're not doing that. We're not. I don't invite any of that into my life. That's how high of a standard in regard you got to hold yourself. I don't want any of that in my life. All that bad karma, just clouded judgment, don't know what you want. I'm trying to get over here with the finances, the goods. Look, shallow, hollow, empty, boredom, divine, masculine, yin, yang energy is what we're looking for over here. We don't want any of this pain over here. Okay. Emotional storms in reverse with this divine masculine over here, cursed in reverse with this divine masculine over here, and that's gonna make them bitter over here because you're not with this twin flame no more. Influences, attachment patterns probably has something to do with why they act the way they act. We don't care because we're the divine feminine, and now both of the matches is out here. Yep, he's gonna rise to your standard. Thinking, craving, missing you, and desiring is where they're gonna be at. Like I said, left as a memory, as a distant memory of the past because he's not man enough. Tony Braxton, he ain't man enough for me. He wasn't man enough. How much time we on the clock? He wasn't man enough for me. Okay, let's see. Bravery, face the unknown with your bravery and trust your steps. Prayer is a dialogue with the universe. Express your wishes, which is your word and your commands. Freedom comes from the inner liberation. Freedom and liberation is the second time it came out. Freedom and liberation. Compassion, it's the third time it's coming out. Compassion is the warmth of the soul. Give it to others and yourself. Give it to both of y'all. Have somebody that's going to give you compassion too. Where the compassion at? Compassion, compassion, right here. Give it to yourself and others. And this person is going to give it to you too. It's not going to be just you giving it to them. That's not what we're going to be doing over here. It's your new beginning where you over here pouring into yourself, unbothered, living a peaceful life while they over here living all triggered, all in chaos and all this mess over here. Now, nobody want that. Let me get some of these cards out, man. Don't nobody want that. And look, that's how they going to be looking. Then they try to get you triggered. Now it's going to be them. How about that? We are playing. They're going to think you're a divination abuser the way you moved on them in silence because you poured into yourself and you so unbothered. They're going to think you done did something, but you really over there hitting the jackpot. None of that cursing, none of that working. You ain't doing no curses. You just over here loving and pouring into yourself and they can't understand it. That's what it is. Okay. My present commands respect and admiration. I draw what resonates with my higher self and I lead with confidence. Okay. I do not lower my frequency to anyone. I attract what uplifts and inspires me. That's all I do. Universal wisdom. The universe is full of wisdom and its guidance. Oh, what came out with that? Gratitude. Be grateful for every moment. Keep a heart with gratitude. Be thankful for the lesson. Be thankful that you moved on. Be thankful that you know the difference now. Be thankful because that led you to pouring into yourself and attracting a mate that you deserve into your life and attracting a counterpart with this new beginning right here while they're going to be sitting in the background staring and crying and reading over old messages and pictures and stuff. Meditation connects you to your inner self, so it's leading some of you guys to go ahead and meditate here. Spend some time in solitude. They say healing, what spiritual meaning, healing, inner work on your spiritual path, doing some inner work on your love life, what you want for yourself in your future, the things you will and won't accept. What are your boundaries now? Do you have a list of things that you're looking for in a partner? A list of things that you won't tolerate anymore? You know, pouring into yourself, loving into yourself, sipping on your wine, minding your business. Okay. Because we're not going to be the ones doing this. We're going to be over here doing this. Why are you doing that? Okay. Minding my business and unbothered. Look, chilling. Lay back, unbothered. That's what we're doing. See what else we got here for you. Wow. Tried to have you triggered and now they're going to be triggered. How about that? How about that? It's time to explore. You're going to honor the past. Honor the blessing because it made you realize, you know, what you want and what you don't want. Okay. That's the lesson. That's the blessing. That's going to align you with what you want. Align. Now you're going to be in your relaxed energy. Like I said, self-care and unbothered, pouring into yourself. And this new lover is going to allow you to be that too. You ain't going to be stressed all out, hair falling out. You're going to appreciate. You're going to appreciate the situation. Okay, because you use your intuition and now you're going to have vitality in your life. Okay, all that restless energy going to be in reverse with this little boy over here. You're going to be able to let it go. You're going to be able to have that independence, self-reliance right here. You're going to be able to endure it, like we said, your strength. And yes, again, once your confidence, because you've been purified from this energy, you broke this illusion right here while their growth was in reverse. You knew you wouldn't grow with this situation. You weren't going to grow in this situation because they're not growing themselves. That's another sign. They are not aligned. They're not aligned. They're not aligned in the divine and feminine energy. They are not aligned with you. Honor the past. Release it. Complete the cycle. Put it to an ending. Okay? It's empty. 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 There's nothing there for you. That's empty over there, and over here, what you got? Sudden wealth. That's definitely gonna have them triggered. That's definitely gonna have them thinking you did something to them and you ain't do nothing but go and love yourself. That's the power of loving and pouring into yourself, of pulling your energy back from some toxic individual that wants you all up in that confused old energy that they in. Ain't nothing gonna make sense to them, but other than to think you did something to them. But you didn't. All you did was go. You did something all right. Go and love and pour into yourself. Yep. Let's see what we got here. Oh, guilt. Who gonna be guilty? Somebody's gonna have some guilt here. I hope you won't. It won't be you. Look, imagination in reverse. You're not imagining about this situation anymore. You're not gonna be. You only gonna be imagining the highest timeline for yourself, and going on your spiritual path and thinking about the highest version of what you want. That's what you're gonna be imagining. Not imagining about them no more, or in your imagination, wondering when they're gonna call you, when they're gonna text you, when they're gonna hit you up, when they're gonna profess their love for you, when they're gonna pour into you. Blah blah blah. Imagination in reverse. Okay, it's gonna leave them in some grief. Okay, they're not gonna be in any good health, and they also are not gonna change. That's this friendship relationship not gonna change. Still not gonna have any courage. They're still gonna have low self-esteem. It's not gonna change. That's the difference. It's not because they have not grown. Unless they go on a path of growth, they haven't changed. So if they come back and you've been thinking and you're wondering if they had any positive influence, if they have not done any soul searching or growth, they have not changed, okay? About this love. I commit to practice seeing the good in all things. And you're seeing all the good. You're seeing that somebody is not ready for you and somebody is. That's what we're seeing. That's all our eyes see. We're not living in Delulu, okay? Purpose. I know what I'm here to do. This is your purpose. To align with the highest version of yourself, so the highest version of your counterpart, the divine masculine, can meet you where you are. And y'all can make some magic happen. It is what it is. This masculine gonna be a positive influence in your life, okay? Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of your life. Like I say, use your intuition. You may not know what to do. Of an influence, you may not know what to do when you're thinking right here. You may not know what to do. Choose wisely. You got all the information in front of you. Choose wisely. Envy in reverse. I'm the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Maybe you felt like you couldn't have this with this envious here. Maybe you felt like you couldn't be her. Maybe you felt like you couldn't have him. Maybe that made you envious at one point, or maybe you felt like you couldn't have that. Or maybe you felt like with this relationship over here that had you with all this energy, you may have been envious, thinking that they found somebody with that they the prize. They're not the prize. They're not. They're not the prize. They're not. So my envy is in reverse because you're not the prize. And whoever you gonna be with, my envy is in reverse. Maybe they might try to make you jealous here. Who cares? Because they don't have a success, and you do. We know you have a success. Here it is, right there with him, over there with him. Successful, yeah. And you're thankful. Once again, you're thankful. You have gratitude because you got out of a situation that was dishonest. You got out of a situation that didn't have no growth for your life. Thank you. Gratitude. That's a reason to be thankful. That's a reason for you to be thankful. You need to be thankful all the days of your life for this situation, especially if you got out of it. Look, and judgment was called on the situation, and you got these cards fill out. You got all that thieving, old manipulating, lying on energy, strategy, deception, thief, cunning, and sneakiness, and you got out of that situation. Say thank you. This fell out of nowhere. Say thank you that judgment was called, or rebirth was called on this situation. Say thank you. Be grateful. Be happy you made it. Even though you can be mad at them, be happy that you get some good news. Good news is coming your way because you was able to let this go, because it wasn't going anywhere. Isolation. There's a tendency to push people away by isolating yourself. Uncomfortable situation. Look into new ways to break down the walls and create better ways to connect with others. Don't keep your light to yourself. Open up and share it. So this situation could put you in isolation, like with this coffin right here. Like I said, giving up on relationships, but now we know the difference, okay? Soul family strength. Finding your soul family is a blessing that reaps many benefits. You're being asked to reach out and explore to find soul connections. They feel familiar, safe, and trusted when you meet them. Send out your intention, connect with your soul family, and see who comes your way. Send out your intention. The divine masculine rises to the feminine. Send out your intention with your command of your words. Look, divine sacred command. Your words shape your reality. Send out your intention so you can attract your soul family. Send out your intention to attract that person. Send out your intention to attract that divine counterpart. Send out your intention to that. And you do that by using your strength and not accepting anything. Betrayal will be in reverse. Okay. You're going to have somebody with leadership. Okay. Look, nature of therapy, grounded. Somebody's not going to be grounded. It's not projection. Many times others project their own pain into you, which is this person. It's not personal, but rather an opportunity for compassion for yourself and for the person involved, but for yourself first. Stop taking the blame by automatically thinking it's your fault. Have discernment of what's your own, but also what isn't your problem. So this person that is all this confusion, yes, you may have compassion. Like I said at the beginning, you may have compassion, understanding, oh, they're like this because I know where they come from. I know what they've been through. Great. We understand that. We have compassion for you, but I have more compassion and love for myself. And I know that I don't deserve this and I do deserve this. And that's the difference. That's how I know the difference. And I'm not going to tolerate the behavior. Okay, stop taking blame for thinking it's you. Stop thinking that you're going to be envious, jealousy, or whoever they're going to find, thinking that it's you and that's why they're doing what they're doing, using your universal wisdom. They're not doing that because of you. They're doing that because they're trapped in their head. They're doing that because they're unhealed. They're doing that because they're afraid. They're doing that because they're scared. They're doing that because they don't believe in themselves and they're not standing up in their divine energy like this man right here. They don't believe in themselves. It's not you. They're projecting onto you. Have better boundaries in communication. Creating boundaries requires self-love and discipline. It's not about you shutting people out or being unkind. It's about you telling them that you care enough about yourself to create boundaries that are meant for your highest good. Clear communication is needed to keep your boundaries intact. You care about your highest good. You're sealing off your energy to things that don't serve you. Okay? And time to evolve, they are not evolving. They're not. That's the difference. That's the difference. Let me get one out of here. Just one. Good vibes. Life has its ups and downs, but everyone can have a good mood. Don't be trapped by your worries. Think more about happy things. Smile at life. Good mood will bring good luck and make your world full of sunshine. Didn't we say that? Good mood, good luck, your world be full of sunshine. It's time to be in the energy that allows abundance to come into your life. Knowing the difference. Knowing the difference between someone that is unhealed, that is healed. Knowing the difference between a little boy and a man. And yes, you can have compassion and say some people need to give growth, but you need to know when you need to give all this compassion, charity, and generosity. You can do that without losing yourself. You can do that without tolerating their behavior. You can do that without being burnt out and restless. It's possible to do that. And you will also be avoiding a disaster when you do that as well, because it's for yourself. They just have not grown yet. They haven't grown. Okay, so don't be envious of whoever comes in their life. Don't be envious of what they could possibly get, what could possibly come for them. You know, maybe there's some things you like about them, but guess what? They're empty. They are empty people. They have nothing to give to you. Okay, loss, grief, and disappointment that you may end up feeling. They most definitely gonna feel about you, but you may end up feeling that way. Okay, they are very insecure. It may make you feel insecure, but that's not the truth. Stop letting this energy project onto you. This is truth there and balance into your life that you're bringing into your life right now. That's the truth coming into your life right now. Humor in reverse. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. So maybe this may not make you happy having to let this person go, or coming to the realization that it may not be the person that you thought it was going to be. But it's time to do some soul searching on the situation, because we're clearly seeing the difference of which one is not one that's mature, ready for mature love, or calling justice on the situation and searching into yourself and ask yourself why you're not You think you want a mature love, but are you ready for that? Are you accepting that you have to become someone as well? You have to hold yourself to a higher regard as well, so you won't attract them into your life anymore. And when you hold yourself to a high regard, that's when that lover is going to come in. That's when that abundance is going to come in. That's when those good vibes are going to come in. When you hold yourself at a high regard, when you hold yourself at high honor, you will attract someone that does the same thing. I hope that this message helped you. I hope that it taught you the difference. That no, you can't raise a man, but you can reparent and raise yourself so you can attract the man that you don't necessarily have to raise or have to tell to treat you right or have to tell you do all these things. And that's when you're going to have the world. That's when that cycle will be complete and you won't have to ever worry about this again. You will have complete independence. You will trust yourself, believe in yourself, and you're not going to have so much dependence upon somebody to give you something. Everything is going to turn around for you. That part of you is coming to an ending. I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I hope that this message was helpful. And until next time, peace and love.